Hello. In this video, I'll give you a brief overview of the Blueprint dialog system and the files that it's composed of. So the system is made up of actors, actor components, and data tables. And there's not that many files to go through. I'll go through this in this video. And while I'll show you more files than you'll need to be using, it'll be useful to know what they actually do. So I chose actor components because I chose them over inheritance because they can be quickly applied to any actor without needing to disrupt or complicate the class inheritance chain. So anyways, without further ado, these are the files that you'll be receiving in the package. The first and foremost, you'll have this BPC dialog actor component. This actor component is built to be extended from or applied to directly to an actor. What it does is it makes actors usable for the use system. So in game, you'll have whenever you walk up to an actor that's usable, in this sample, you'll see press E to interact, and then this BPC dialog will respond to that event and do something with it. So the other thing that it does is it manages the dialog state and the data tables that are used within the dialog. So it knows what data tables to reference whenever it's contacted, and it'll manage what the next flow is whenever you talk to the actor. The next set of files are data tables. These are the main data tables that are built in to the system. You don't have to use these if you don't want to, but there's extra setup if you want to have extra data tables. If you choose to have a simple data setup, then you can use these data tables directly, but you'll have only one data table for each actor or things like that. So anyways, the DT dialog main. This is the default core data table. It contains the default core information, so the text to display here, so the text to display, who is speaking, optional traits and conditionals, branch flows, and like what text should I go to next, and so on, and any audio clips that are associated to it. So that's your main file that you'll be working with, and you can work through an Excel sheet if you wish, or directly in here in the table editor in UE4. The next data table is the assets data table, and this one here is used for inlining assets, like inlining images or inlining audio clips, for example. The other one is the speaker attributes table, and the speaker attributes table is where you inform the system who is speaking. So it'll give the player's name, or the speaker name, the speaker portrait, whether it's a player or not, or whether the responses are silenced. You can hover over the checkbox here for B is player and B silent responses. It'll tell you what it does. So is player is a very simple, it just simply says that any responses that is a player should be displayed as a response so that the player can click on it and make a choice. And silent responses is simply whether or not the response will be displayed after the user selects it, or if it will continue on as if the response was given silently. So the next set of files is it's actually just the one file that you need to concern yourself with here. This is the UI file. This is what you see on the screen whenever you interact with the system. This one here can be extended from, although it's a little convoluted in 4.8 to extend from a UMG file, but in the sample you'll see that it's not that bad. So it can be extended from because there are some getters here for all the important controls. So and then the system will know what to do with them from there. The responsibilities of this file is to show obviously to show everything, the portrait, the speaker name, the text, and it handles parsing inline data and uh, the inline images, inline colors, things like that, and the typewriter speed. All of these, the typewriter speed, there are some settings here for the typewriter speed. The default font color can be chosen here. The typewriter delay and the turbo typewriter delay. That's whenever you click on your screen, it'll go faster, or whenever you click on the interface. You can speed it up or you can make it instant if you wish. Default is larger than instant though. And the next set of files is the use system. And you won't necessarily be using these files except for during the setup phase. The use scanner is the one that you'll be interacting with. The use handler is already inherited from, and you don't have to really concern yourself with it unless you want to use the use system outside of the dialog. The use scanner, this one is meant to be applied to a character, or if you modify it a little bit, it says here in the tooltip, replacing get owner nodes, you can then use it in the player controller. So in the sample scene, it is applied directly to the third person character. And what it does is it scans for usable actors. Anything that has the use action handler or the BPI usable interface will be interactive for the scanner. This system is especially useful for first or third person games, but it can be adapted for any other type of interaction. Basically, all you have to do is use the BPI usables class here, and the scanner can be adjusted for, say, cursor interactions or anything like that. The use action handler is meant to be applied to an actor, and anything. It's basically a convenience for inheriting the BPI interface, the BPI usable interface. So yeah, this is just a convenience. The other files that you'll find in the sample files, or is the sample files. There's a map which is loaded here. And this is the default map, and you'll have all the other files. The demo is pretty simple. The sample dialog mode is pretty simple too. All it basically does is it spawns the script interpreter, which I'll explain more in the setup video or the migration installation video. But so it spawns the actor and it manages the variables whenever the game state is changed. And then the BPC dialog that I showed you earlier is this file here, BPC dialog, is inherited from to build a custom topic specifically for the demo. The reason I did this, why I inherited from it, is because I wanted to have custom data tables, and custom script functions. I'll explain all of this in another video tutorial. This is really just an overview. The other files in the samples that you should concern yourself with are there's only the one, the sample alternate dialog. So in this one here, I have the alternate setup where I inherit from the UI dialog file that I mentioned earlier, and I give a different interface. That should do it for this video. I'll be back in another one to explain further in detail how to install the system and how to use it. Thank you for watching.